Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Bar Tycoon. I hope you're having a good one. I'm so excited to be back, you guys. Wanted to see a little bit more of this game, and I figured I wanted to play a little bit more of this game, which I have done between this episode and the last. You might notice in the top right, we have no objectives. That's because this bar is now a 3-star blood bar. I have redecorated just a little bit. This public sort of human area is now cyberpunk themed because I kind of like how that looks. And honestly, there's not that many people coming by anymore. And I'm wondering if part of the reason for that is because every single person that walks into the main part of the bar very quickly gets hypnotized and taken into the back to be processed. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, it's keeping the vampires happy, so I'd say that's probably a good thing. But we're definitely consuming more humans than we're serving, which is fine. I'm sure that's totally fine. Now, going out to the city map, we have Nightfall Fields, which is the city's farming district where cows outnumber humans, but the farmers party like the Wild West, a true rural escape in Crimson City. This is the 4th map that we're getting in Bar Tycoon. I've not played it. I have no idea what to expect. I'm assuming something a little bit more Western themed, which I'm excited for. So let's get to it. Oh, now this is interesting. There is nothing here. We have a completely open map to play with, which I'm assuming means we're going to be building this place from scratch, which we have $75,000. I'm assuming that's going to be true. Let's see what's going on. Welcome to my place. You're right on time for the meeting, which I like. I can tell we're going to do great business together. We had an appointment? But who are you? That was hurtful. You don't recognize me? I'm Papa Grenier. I'm gonna assume that's right. Everything bought or sold goes through me, and soon you'll have the honor of launching my blood bar chain. Okay, this mission is worthy of my talents. Excellent. I don't doubt it for a second. You can take the equipment you need from my thrift warehouse. Okay, so we got some technology points, which is beautiful. We have the country theme for the blood bar as well, which is also beautiful. We need to make 50 blood bags, serve 15 vampires, and open the bar. So let's figure out what exactly the build area is going to be here. Looks like it's going to be down here. Ooh, we actually have a couple of areas to play with. That's kind of interesting. I like that. We can sort of build on all sides of this road. We can't build over here, which is totally fine, but I like the look of this space right here. I think this space is kind of fun. So I'm going to try and do something that's maybe a little different. I want to build something that looks sort of like this to start with. And then I want this to be like a bathroom. This is going to be a hallway. And then the actual bar itself, I want to say, is going to be back here. Now, I'm going to go pretty big with it, about that size. That leaves me $71,000, just about $72,000, which is totally fine. In terms of theme, though, I am wondering if building in the cheap theme gives us a different exterior. Let's find out real quick. Let's build something in the Western theme. Now, they do look the same on the outside, which is totally fine. So what we'll do is just demolish this room because we don't need it. We'll go back into the construction menu, and we're going to go for country doors, and we can make them double doors. This is something I realized between episodes is you can sort of double them up like this, which I really enjoy. So I think what we'll do is put some windows here and here. I want to say we can maybe put some windows here and here. Again, this is going to be a bathroom, so we don't need too many of them. And then the bar itself we'll figure out in just a second. We could do an archway here instead of the country doors, but I think we'll just go for something like this. Again, that'll be our bathroom. This will be our bar. Let's go ahead and put the walls into all of this, and the nice wooden floor as well, which is going to give us that beautiful Western theme. And I figure something like this is probably fine for the bathroom. I went a little bit overboard. I don't know that we're going to need all of this, but it should be fine. When it comes to the bar itself, I do want to get something that's going to look neat. So I'm thinking we're going to do a couple of bar taps here and here. We will do the usual middle section. I want some corner sections here and here, and I'm going a little bit too big with this, I think. But my thinking is that end section does not line up at all with what I'm trying to do here. We're going to need to rotate that guy around just a little bit. I'm wondering if I can get some end sections in here as well. Now, they do stick into the wall, which looks a little bit odd, but I don't mind that too much because my thinking is that we have this beautiful big bar, which seems like it makes sense in kind of a Western theme. We could maybe do these shelves across the back here if I wanted to, which I think looks pretty good as well. It would be cool to get some other decorations there, such as this thing, but I think it's all right. We can maybe do, I don't know, this thing down here and then kind of get the piano in front of it. I mean, I can get it in front of it, but that looks a little odd, doesn't it? Let's maybe do it here. Let's maybe do the piano right there. So it's kind of got, you know, right next to the piano, we've got that decoration. We could do the wheelbarrow in that space as well. Might be a little bit silly. I think maybe next to the door, we can kind of freehand place it, which looks all right by me. I think a hat rack kind of makes sense next to the door as well. I think some wanted posters are absolutely needed above the bar. That looks amazing. Very much a fan of that. The sheriff's badge would be kind of cool to put somewhere as well. I'm not 100% sure where. Oh, right there. Yeah, right in the corner for the sheriff's badge. I like that. And we have a wheel, which, I don't know. Do I want to put them back there? I don't know if I do. We might end up having sort of a hallway through here to a processing area now that I think about it. So you know what? I think we're good. In fact, we could have the processing area right back here and then have like a vampire bar off to the side here. That might not be a terrible idea. So you know what? Oh, this welcome sign above the bar. That seems like a really good idea as well. Love the idea of the welcome sign above the bar. That seems like such a great thing. We could put it over here though, I guess. Just right in the middle of the room, you got the big welcome sign. I like that. Let's get some tables in here. I almost said desks. Let's get some tables in here. This looks like a gambling table, which I'm all for. We'll go ahead and put it right in the middle of the room. We'll do another one here and another one here. And that's probably enough to start with. We'll go for a bunch of these guys around here, although it looks like, ooh, we're going to have a little trouble getting all these chairs in here, which I don't love. I'd like to try and get this. Maybe it should go against the wall. I don't know. I don't know if it needs to go against the wall, but I don't hate the idea of it doing that. We could at least have it really close to the wall, something like that, which doesn't seem like the worst idea in the world. And then same story with this guy. Maybe just really, really close to the wall. We can kind of freeform it there. And that should give me, and does give me room in the middle for a couple more chairs. I kind of like that. Do we have a rug in this set? It doesn't look like we do, which is a little bit unfortunate. We will get a spittoon though, unless I can get, I can put a cactus up here. I like the idea of putting a cactus up here. That seems kind of fun. And you know, I think this is probably a good enough setup for this bar. So let's go ahead into the construction menu and let's see if I can figure out how exactly we're going to do a processing area here. Now, I don't want this to be too huge. I'd like to avoid it being just an absolutely enormous space. Although I'm wondering if maybe we should go a little smaller and we could have our cells in one room and then maybe the processing in the other. That might not be the worst idea. So they kind of go in one door and out the other. It probably doesn't need that split though. Although I do like the idea of the wall down the middle. So I'm going to do that. We're going to see if this kind of works out. We'll do 2 rooms like this. I don't think I want to use the cowboy doors for this. I think something like the basic door makes a little bit more sense. Although it seems like I can't actually put it over on this side, which is really unfortunate. That's a little bit of a problem. Not 100% sure why I can't do that either. I guess it's this, whatever way these things are rotated might be causing me some problems. That's a real shame. We might just have to merge this into a single space, which I guess is okay. And I guess we can work with that. So we'll go in, we can bulldoze that wall. This will be the processing space, which I'm totally fine with, I suppose. It will, it'll do the job. In terms of layout though, let's go for industrial because I think that makes the most sense for the processing space. And if we go into furniture and machines, we have some choices to make. Now we do need to remember that we have to have a way to dispose of bodies. We also have to have a way to capture people. So I think what we'll do is try and squeeze as much in here as I possibly can. So I want a detention cell there, and I want a detention cell basically right next to it as close as I can possibly go, which is about there. So they're right next to each other, which is fantastic. We can do some storage along this wall. So we'll go for something like Do I want a bunch of those shelves? I kind of do, actually. I think being able to store stuff for humans nice and easily seems like a good idea. So we can capture 2 people at a time. That's fine. We just need to make blood bags right now. So can I put distillers across from these things? Unfortunately, no. So the room might have to be a little bit larger, which is totally fine. Slightly messes up my layout, but that's all right. We'll go for something like this, just to make it big enough for me to put another one of those shelves into, which does give me room for a couple of distillers over there. And then I could put something like sewer access in one of these corners. I'm sure like right there might not be the worst place in the world for something like this. We also have a TV. I didn't realize that was a thing. I kind of want to put the TV in here. I think a TV right there seems like a great idea, just for a bit of extra fun. We have this corner up here, which could be used for trapping people. I think an arcade trap right in that corner seems like a great idea, and that should also give us a little bit of extra fun, which is fantastic. We will need some fridges, and we will, like I said, need something like a manhole or the dip. I think the manhole is probably the safest bet for now. It's also nice and cheap, and then the fridges can go basically here, here, and here. They're a little bit expensive, but being able to store all of that, I think is going to be really important. And I think that's about everything that we need right now, which gives us a pretty decent looking, I guess, Western themed blood bar, which I'm all about. I would like to get some more windows though, just before we open this place up a little bit. So can I get a window here and here? I think I might have to move that, that decoration. So let's go ahead and sell it for a second. Let's see if I can get a window here and here. I think that looks pretty good. I don't know that I love that that table being right there. It might look better in sort of a spot right under the welcome sign. So right about there, assuming that doesn't block access to the back, which it might, but we'll find out together whether or not that happens to be the case. And I think we'll also do some windows here and here, just for a bit of symmetry, a little bit of natural light coming through there. I think that looks great. I like it a lot. We just have to get some vampires and then we can open this place. So let's see, you have charisma, which is going to increase customer satisfaction. You can also do mind wiping. So Aria, you are going to be doing, I guess, anything that involves being out front. That seems good. You can do mind wipe as well. You can do, let's see, more research points in mind wipe. You can be out front as well. You can do mind wipe. I think just the 2 of them for now is probably fine. Maybe one of you, maybe you can be hired to work the machines, because we do have a way to capture people. So if we have a look at my minion management, I think the way I wanted this to be was basically you can do all of this stuff and then you guys are going to be front of house. And I think that's fine. Now we're not doing capturing. We don't have anyone that can do capturing, but we have got that thing in the back. We have got that arcade machine that should let us capture people, which is absolutely fantastic. We'll speed things up a little bit. Oh, hello. The Iron Jaws are in town tonight. Make sure you give them the treatment they deserve. Sure. I'm a dreamer whose visions often become a reality, and tonight I foresee 11 Iron Jaws about to storm your blood bars regardless. We'll see how that goes, is what we'll do. We have my staff over here, though, which is good. So let me just have a look at your priorities. Let's just pause while we do this, and we'll say witness management top. We will say drink preparation, vampire service, and human service. For you, it is the same thing. And then for you, we want to do witness management. We want to do machine management, disposal of corpses, and then cleaning. And that should be totally fine. So we should be able to open up the bar, which is fantastic. We should have some customers coming straight through. I've just noticed this fence is in the way of my doors, which is really unfortunate. I could have flipped this around and not had that problem at all. But you know what? It's totally fine. It's totally fine. This place looks kind of great. I've also realized room assignment very quickly. Minions only. Minions only in the back. Let's make sure that that's not something that we're having to deal with. And we can speed things up a little bit. And hopefully, in theory, we should be fine, assuming I've got anything to sell, which I do have a little bit of. I think what I'd like to do, since we have $30,000, is spend a fair amount of money getting a bunch of stuff for humans to drink, so I don't necessarily need to do it later on. So $5,500 is a lot of money. but that'll fill up all of these shelves, which should put us in a pretty good place and should keep us in a pretty good place, which is what we're looking for. Now, hopefully, we're going to see some humans head up to the arcade machine, and hopefully we're going to see somebody get trapped into the cells in the back. Although we can keep an eye on the vampire agency. Interesting. You can mark, hunt, and eliminate hostiles in restricted areas. That's not a bad idea. Is there anyone here? You can do hypnosis, which is good. I think that means you can capture people. So we're going to hire you because we do need someone that can do that. And I want to say I want a Reaper as well. I don't think we've had one of those. So we'll take a little bit of a look at the new employees before they come in here. I want to make sure that your uniform is uniform 2. And then we will look at your priorities. Not the hire agency, wrong one. We want to have a look at minion management. So I do want someone capturing people. And I think what we'll do is just have you do all the same stuff as the guy before. And then you, I don't know. So mark hostiles, investigators, and hunters and eliminate them in rooms assigned to minions or vampires. Okay. I think we can have you serving out front. Maybe not drink preparation, but you can do everything else and that should be totally fine. And then, once again, we look at your priorities. We will say, oh, what do I want to go for here? Let's go for capture as, actually, you know what? Let's put machine management first. We'll do cleaning after capture. And I think that way you'll manage the machines before you bring new people in for the machines. You can do reaping as a top priority, then vampires, then humans, and that should be fine. We probably have too many staff right now, but I'm hoping that everything's going to be all right. I'm hoping that now we have somebody that can do some capturing. We should start to see, and we are starting to see people get processed, which is absolutely fantastic. So that's going to start, producing 50 blood bags, and that should make it nice and easy to serve 15 vampires. Oh, I've just realized we should probably go ahead and get ourselves a door right at the back of the building. Now, if I wanted to do this the way I want to do this, I might have to get rid of one of those fridges, but we can just put a door right there. And I might get rid of that fridge. I don't need a double door back here, but I think I'm going to get one. So we'll put just a single fridge. Actually, you know what? 2 fridges is fine for now. I want my double door is what I want. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I think when the humans are done with their processing, we should see them let out and we should, I think, see them go out the double door. Oh no, they're going that way. Okay, that might have been a waste. I guess the roads are down here, so it makes sense they would exit that way. This double door might be serving 0 purpose then. So what we'll do is just get rid of it because I'm a bit of an idiot is what I am. So we'll get rid of those. I guess we could get the fridge back, which is totally fine. We'll go ahead and just keep that absolute mountain of storage that we have. And we are very close to having our blood bags and serving our vampires. I will say, probably going to struggle on the iron jaws. We do have them coming in, but we're not really attracting iron jaws specifically. I'm not too sure how that one's going to go. Oh, and wouldn't you know, just like that, we've managed to do what we had to do. Let's see what's coming up next. You've heard great things about my establishment, huh? Well, it's an honor to receive such a compliment from such a prestigious Grand Master like you. If your blood bar lives up to its reputation, my gobbler friend, you're what? My gobbler friends will certainly come to visit. Do they have a preferred blood preparation? Good question. Without hesitation, I would recommend shaken blood. Okay. That I can presumably do. We have a bloody shaker right here, which allows the vampires to spin humans at high speed, extracting a fresh juice, the famous shaken blood. The faster it spins, the better it tastes, but beware, one spin too many and you'll end up with an organ smoothie. Bon appetit. Each dose of shaken blood occupies 1 storage unit in the fridges. If they're full, it stops. What is this? Hypnotic trap. The hypnotic mirror is designed not only for admiring one's reflection, but also for capturing the complete attention of your human victims. With its captivating patterns, it causes them to succumb in just a few seconds, gently guiding them towards a securely locked cell. Okay, I want both of those. That seems like a great idea. We also have the Bloody Shaker, which makes me think we will need to expand this space back here. We do need 20 bags of shaken blood, which is certainly a sentence that I didn't think I'd be saying anytime soon, but yep, that's a thing. That is definitely a thing. I think what we'll do then is extend the production space quite a little bit to about there. And I think what I'm also going to do is build like another corridor right here. And my hope is that this space can become like a dedicated vampire bar. And that's probably all we're really going to need. So I think what we'll do is move this back into that corner. We'll move my fridges right back into this space as well. We can go ahead and set this place up to look the way it should look, which is like this. And I'm thinking I'd also, since we're going to be doing a vampire bar back here, this is a little expensive if we start looking into all these decorations, but I think it kind of makes sense to at least start prepping this space to be a vampire space, right? Now we do have this trap. I don't know that we need it anymore now that we have someone that's doing capturing, so I can save some money by not having it. And I can put a nice big double vampire door right there, which I think looks fantastic. And I can maybe do a couple of vampire windows right there, which I think also looks fantastic. So that's kind of going to be the idea. We could do some archways back here once we have the vampire bar space, but this is to prepare for later. Now, when it comes to furniture and machines, the shaker is what? This, oh my God. That's, okay. That's amazing. Oh, how much is it? It's $10,000. Oh my God. All right. In that case, let's put it like front and center, just kind of in the middle of the room for now. We will get another one later on, but it can live right there, and that's going to be hopefully enough. Oh my God, we're putting someone in it right away. That is, oh my God. I love it so much. Oh, I love it so much. I love, this game is so, it is such a beautiful combination. And I've seen this in the comments. You guys seem to be thinking this as well. It is such a fun and beautiful combination of games like Evil Genius and Steam Hospital, a 2 Point Hospital, 2 Point Campus. Like, it's such a fun combination of all of those things. I'm having so much fun with this. It's not even, it's so, I didn't expect to enjoy this so much. I remember when I first sort of read about this game, I was like, oh, that seems weird. And it is. It is weird, but it's the perfect kind of weird. So it's not a bad thing at all. It's really, really cool. Oh, they didn't feel welcome. Oh no. Oh no. The elimination service has been closed. Well, that's fine. We never used that service anyway. If I'm not mistaken, it was, I don't even remember how to open it, but I know that there's like one of these tabs somewhere. One of these tabs somewhere has a service that would let me, I think it's this one. Yeah, this tab is usually here and it lets you like spend money to have bad guys eliminated. We've not really needed it yet, so I'm going to assume that I'll continue to not need it. I'm also thinking I might as well just build this now. It's relatively cheap to do, and we can go ahead and at least put this in here and also set this to be vampires only. I'm also thinking that I could, if I wanted to, put a couple of double doors down here so that vampires can kind of get straight into that space, which I don't think would be the worst idea in the world. It's going to be a little bit of a pain to decorate, but I think that's all right. And I'm wondering, we can do a nice big archway there, which I absolutely love. That looks pretty good. In terms of windows, let's do this for the front of the building. We'll do a couple of windows on the side. These are a little bit expensive, but you know what? It's totally fine. We'll just do something like that for now. And that will eventually be the vampire wing of this bar. So it's a Western bar in here, and then it's distinctly vampire back here, which is such a fun combination. There's not enough Western vampire movies and stories. I think that's a really fun, that's like a really fun combination, like Western vampires. I'll tell you another fun combination. I know there was a movie many years ago, like 10, 15, maybe 10 years ago. Might have been 15 years ago. I really don't remember. It had Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford, I think. It was a movie called Cowboys and Aliens. I think it had those two, and I think that was the name of it. That was okay, but I think a better combination would be cowboys and vampires, or, hear me out, cowboys and dinosaurs. Imagine a good old Western movie, but instead of horses, you've got like sheriffs and their deputies riding on raptors. That's pretty cool. I think that would be a great movie. There's also, this is probably why I'm a YouTuber and not working in Hollywood, but amongst many other reasons. But I think that's a cool idea. All right, you know what I think we should do? Since we have a little bit of money, I think we should just come in here and start to furnish this space. Now it is expensive. It is a lot of money to do this, but I think it's worth it. I'm also wondering just how many, tables I can get in here and just what kind of layout I want to go for. I do like the idea of having two of the taps right there. I do like the idea of having this midsection, and I do like the idea of having these curves here as well. I think that looks pretty good. I like the idea of having some end sections. So here and here for those, and also back here. I kind of like what we've done over in the main bar with the shelves and like the nicely enclosed space. I just think it looks pretty good. Now, unfortunately, the vampires aren't going to have toilets, which, as I've said before, I don't know that they need. I'm really not too sure on that one. I would like to see what we can do in terms of cool decorations here, though. We have these flags. We have the vampire kiss sign, which is not bad. We have got this painting, which seems fitting, although I like this. I love that behind the bar, or just the wall coffin. I don't know. I'm really not too sure. Let's do the shelves over in this space and this space. We'll do the welcome sign behind the bar because I like the look of that a lot. We'll do the vampire rug right in front of here and here. That just seems... Oh, I can put it right against the bar. Yeah, that seems like where those should be. That absolutely seems like where those should be. And then in terms of other decorations, I'm not going to bother too much with stuff for the restrooms. I don't think it's necessary. I do wonder if I could get this coffin somewhere though, like right here. That seems pretty good. And then we'll just get some tables in. We got the smaller tables for this place as well, which is great. The bigger ones do have a lot more prestige, but I think I want to go with the smaller ones. I think we'll have a better fit for the space if we go with these. So we'll do 1, 2. We'll do, maybe move them in a little bit and go 3 and 4. Something kind of like this. I'm not too sure how many vampires we're going to get in here, but we're going to find out together just how many tables and chairs I can get in here. Unfortunately, not as many as I'd hoped for, which checks out. The space is a little bit weird. You know what? Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you, and let's get rid of you. We'll do one big table right here, and we'll do a whole bunch of chairs around it, which unfortunately, oh no, I totally can get them in there. I can't get against the door, but that's pretty close. If I was to, oh, what's going on? Who spotted something? Oh, we had investigator. I think we've dealt with the investigator. Yeah, we've dealt with the investigator, which is totally fine. We've dealt with them, but that was a little close. I probably should have been paying attention, but you know what? It's fine. We have a really cool looking vampire bar over here. That's all I'm interested in paying attention to. I would like to move those a little bit closer to the walls like that. I think that, oh my God, what's been seen now? Hello? There's so many investigators. What the hell's going on? Get rid of those two. Let's get them out of there. Let's get this one out of here as well. Hold on a minute. We have serious problems. Someone go and eliminate discreetly. And this one's been captured, which is great. I think we're okay. I think everything's all right, which is good. We'll consume that one as well, which is fine. We really probably want to be a little bit safer on this whole thing. Let's see. I don't know if you're an investigator or if you're just, you might just be a patron. I think you might just be dressed up as a cowboy, which is totally fine. This place looks so good though. I love this. I really do. I do think we might need more customers, or not customers, some more staff though. So let's have a look at you. I'm not interested in a Reaper right now. Someone that can teleport might be a great addition though. So Emery, we're going to hire you. And what I would like you to do is only do vampire service. And I'm thinking you're only going to do all of this. And I think what I'd also like to do is find you wherever you happen to be, which is right here. And I think I can assign you to specific rooms, right? I can assign you there and there, which is great. So that's all right. You can exit the zone if you're using a power or fulfilling your needs, but otherwise you're going to stay in there and you're going to work for the vampires. That seems good. That should keep my vampires nice and happy, which is exactly what we want. And it's exactly what we're looking for. I'm also thinking I should probably go in here and upgrade the bloody shaker, because that just seems like something we might want to do. And since we have some money, I'm thinking we just upgrade the actual thing itself a couple of times and just see what it does. I'm assuming level 3 is going to just mean it's a bit faster or it produces more. I don't really know. I don't know if I care. I just like that we've managed to upgrade it. Now, I will say, I think Con here could maybe be assigned to these rooms right around here. And we can say that you can leave if you're fulfilling needs or using your power. You don't really need to go anywhere else. You're also only doing things like capturing, so that kind of makes a bit of sense. You are going to be pretty much the exact same. So we're going to assign you to all of these rooms here, which I'm fine with. We've also managed to do the objective, which is fantastic news. But I want to find the rest of my staff and make sure. So you're assigned to those 2 rooms, which is great. You, what are you doing? So you're doing vampire service and human service. Are you doing the same thing? You are. I think I want you to be assigned to these rooms as well. Just because I think it makes the most sense to make sure that there is someone sort of dedicated to both rooms. I think that's good. I think that's what we need to do. And I think we should also look at this next mission and see what we have to do. Success is coming our way. We make a great team. I couldn't agree more. We make a perfect business duo. Let's keep going. We just received orders for demanding clients. Are the orders from the big bosses? Andrea and Yumiko are a couple of big shots. As for Maeve, she's pretty nice despite her ultra-violent tendencies. Her barbed bat is from my personal stock, and she loves smashing heads with it. Okay, well, that seems great. That's what you like to hear. We want to deliver 50 smoked blood, 50 blood bags, and 50 bloody slushies. Interesting. We don't have the means of making anything but the blood bags right now, but we do have a fair amount of money. So I think what I'm going to do is try and rearrange this space a little bit. My worry is that what's going to happen here is the same thing that happened in the previous bar, where we just end up with no customers because we're consuming all of them. So I think what I'll do is we'll get the ice crusher and we'll put it here. We'll get the smoker, we'll put it here, and that'll slowly start to stock up on those things, which is fine. I'm also thinking that given we have so much build space out here, here, and over here, we could theoretically build a dedicated production or processing building. That might not be a terrible idea. I don't know if I want to do it right now, but we'll see what happens here. At the very least, we can go to the store. We have plenty of stock down here. We can go to here and we can see, you know, we have everything we need for this. And so we'll send those off. That's at least a bit of a start.